asking your questions.
He's literally got them up on the phone.
One question.
Like
One question is different.
he's done. One and done.
Yeah. Welcome in, you losers. Come take a seat at the losers table. And I just forgot what I was going to say. This is the whole thing of it. No, we've got a very special episode. We have a very special guest. Welcome on in West Coast Savage, the face of billboards around the world.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me.
No worries. It's an absolute pleasure. So before we get started, I know losers are forgetful, and I'm sure you've forgotten us already as well. My name is Josh, and I think the thing about me is my mum won't let me go on maths, so that's...
We're going to get there.
We'll get there.
We're going to get there. And Big Brother Bro.
And the Gimp.
The Gimp.
The Gimp, that's it. That's the Gimp. That's the name. That's
Why you called the Gimp again?
It's terrible. The Gimp of the group. The butt of every joke. Yeah. That's pretty much why.
I've taken that crown this week,
Yeah,
so you're welcome.
You'll see why. Once we get questioning, you'll see why they call me the Gimp.
Can you please introduce yourself to the audience?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Savannah, online West Coast Savage. I'm an OnlyFans. Fuck me. I'm an
It's not that
OnlyFans.
type of podcast.
She's on brand, right?
I'm an OnlyFans creator based over here in Perth. Yeah.
Cool.
Put up a billboard recently with my, OnlyFans on it, and got some backlash, and now here we are.
Just a wee bit. Eh?
Just a little bit.
So we really appreciate you taking time out of your hectic schedule, because I've been trying to do as much research as possible by listening to one podcast. But no, I think I got as much information as I possibly needed, so I don't want to bore you with the same repetitive questions that I'm sure you're used to about, this and that. But I do have to ask you, all right, so what is the inspiration of the whole billboard? What got you to the point you're like, or was it because you were hacked?
Yeah, so there's been a couple of things going on. So I've been in the game for a long time. Started when I was 19, doing topless waitressing and stripping over east. That environment just got really toxic and things like that. So I stepped back. OnlyFans came out, and I knew a couple of girls who were doing that and really successful. So let my clients know that I'd worked with that I'll be moving to OnlyFans, won't be doing in-person stuff anymore. Been running that for 4 or 5 years now. And I've tried so many different marketing ideas. I've made hoodies, the car air fresheners. I bought you guys all one each. Yeah.
What?
You're going to be driving around with a picture of my bum in your car. You're welcome.
Favorite guest already.
And I've tried so many different marketing techniques, and I just wanted to do something that had never been done before, that would get, people to see like that I'm there, and you can subscribe to me, because online I found I'm getting shadow banned on Instagram, my accounts are getting deleted, things like that. So for me, I saw a billboard for Tana Mojo over in America. She's a social media influencer, and she put up a billboard for her Snapchat story TV show thing in Times Square.
Yep.
And I remember I was driving along one day with Nate, and we were just driving through Perth, and I was like, babe, I'm going to put up a billboard. And he's like, okay. And so I was like, people can't not see that, and I was like, I had specific ideas of where I wanted it to go, set of traffic lights, in the city where a lot of people will see it. People can kind of stop at the traffic lights and take it in and find the name or whatever they wanted to do. That's kind of how I got there. Not long after that, my account was hacked by someone that I used to be friends with. They went through and blocked about 3,000 of my subscribers. I lost about $50,000 US.
God damn.
Yeah. I was in like a state of shock. I was just like, the fuck happened? I was away at work, so I didn't know it was happening until I kind of got back to Perth. And so I was like, well, now I need this more than ever. My Instagram account had just been deleted. My TikTok account had just been deleted. I'd just been hacked. I was like, I really need this billboard to go through. Far out, let's get this shit going.
Well, yeah. So, and I heard about the dramas about the late minute changes of being too risque, and that your whole team just pulled it off like that. So that's like thoroughly impressive to say the least. Yeah. Now, I do say, have you seen what's on the other side of the billboard?
Yeah.
So
I go across it like every day.
So on the opposite side of the billboard is an advert, which I can't remember what it's for, but it's a car crash. Which so the entire irony of your billboard on one side, everyone's trying to take photos, and then you look at the other side, and boom. You know.
Right there, street lights. Yeah, I can see it happening.
Yeah, I know. I've had so many people like, "Oh, Savannah, you're gonna cause like car crash accidents and shit." And I'm like, oh, and then that billboard. That's so good. Just the irony of that.
But that's I suppose how we got in contact with you, because we. Well, the whole premise of this podcast is not just because we're losers. It's our group chat sort of brought to life, and I saw it on Perth Now, I think.
Yep.
And I was like, boys, look at this. Everybody have to look at this now. And so we were yarning about it, and I was like, this is just genius.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Like, absolute genius. So like I myself am in the content creation, but I'm obviously am doing like gaming and sort of more in-person stuff that I keep my clothes on. I like to try, you know.
Can't relate.
I'll try.
He'll do anything.
I'll do anything, you know.
For the views, he'll do anything.
For the views. So I can understand, and I just need to give you a huge round of applause. I think it's this one.
I don't know. Going to start guessing again.
I don't know. We're guessing. I don't know. There was some sort of applause. I'll add it in there.
I think it was the blue one, to be honest.
Oh. And that's why he's the
This
Gimp.
is why they call you
That's why he's the Gimp.
Because I appreciate and understand the hustle.
Yeah.
And just pure genius.
Thank you.
And it's not, genius is thrown around a lot, and it's not just being smart or anything. It's just the whole, well, I suppose it is about being smart, but just the whole strategy of it all.
Yeah.
So I was just blown away by it, because I'm like, it's doing the rounds. It's doing the absolute rounds and stuff.
100%, yeah. My mum even today was like, I thought that this shit would have been over by now. I was like, wrong.
Nope. Because once people get to have that bone, they just don't let it go, do they?
No, not at all.
All right, so I've been racking my brain all day. I've even been using. Have you ever used like any AIs like ChatGPT or anything like this? You don't know what that is?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
There's one on Snapchat.
Yeah, so I've been using the one on Snapchat.
Because
I was like, what are some podcast questions to ask you and stuff? And like, there was some good ones. They're very boring, but it's actually like brilliant for Instagram posts and stuff. If you go, I need some, or can you create me some Instagram inspirational quotes or something?
Yeah.
It gives you the hashtags, it gives you emojis, it does all this. So it's pretty good if you ever need it.
That's cool.
But it's just some of the ones that I was coming out with, I was like, okay, I'm going to use them and try and spin them.
Okay.
Now, the one I thought of is, besides monetary value, because I know from the other podcasts, you made it back, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, made it back, then some, and it doing the rounds. So we'll move past that. I was like, all right, if anyone has any questions, I'll be able to do it. I was like, boring. Come on, I need the good stuff. Now, moving past all that, would you do it again? Like, forget the money stuff. I'm talking about the sort of your mental health sort of issues, not issues, but like the people attacking you, the positives, the negatives and stuff. Like, would you go through it all again?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so lucky. I have some of the best people in my life, the most supportive people. You know, I just say I'm going to do something absolutely ridiculous, and they're like, all right, fuck it, let's go. Like, they are 100% just down for me. I'm so blessed. The hate and things like that, look, people get hate no matter what they do, you know, and we've all experienced that in life. People have opinions on everything you do, from, you know, if you do or don't eat breakfast to, you know, like, just, you know, and I just think that I'm not going to live my life according to the opinions of other people. That's not my problem. That's them. That's them and their problem. Like, and that's just irrelevant to me.
And what was the other podcast? The whole thing was they're on your side for this, but then they're like, think of the children, and I was like, oh my, all right, well, just, it's not really constructive. I mean, because we can say what we want to say, but everybody's entitled to their opinions and their views, even if they're wrong. Now,
They can have their opinions. They're all just wrong.
yeah,
No.
but just everything that I've seen, just well done.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, when I saw the story that you guys tagged me in, I was like, yes. I was like, that's so good. I messaged you guys straight away. I shared it. I was like, this is the best thing I've seen. Like, I'm like so happy.
Which we appreciate. Because we're just like, we saw it and we're like, let's go take a photo. Because Walter's the only married one on here, and he's just like, and I'm like, you're coming with us, Baldy.
Yeah.
But do you boys have anything before I continue? I talk the most, by the way, if you didn't notice.
He's the host.
You just
I like
can't
to
stop
think
them.
I'm nice.
And you,
think
you
he's
can't even
nice.
over-talk them. Like,
I'm just I'm the star of my reality.
Can't even do
This is
that.
right here, so you can't mute me.
Yeah.
can't even do that.
I don't
No,
have,
man,
I
you're
don't- I don't
doing
have my-
good. No, you're
I
doing
do have a
good.
question.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking from the I'm looking at time frame. Like from the start when the idea first popped in your head to when it was finally produced. Like what sort of time frame are we talking there? Is it months, weeks?
Yeah, months.
Months?
So the idea came to me in January. I contacted every billboard company in Western Australia, got shut down by everyone except for one.
Yeah.
They've asked me to keep them anonymous until we go through
cool.
this whole process.
enough, yeah.
But so they agreed to do it with me, which was just a huge thing all on its own. I was like, no one's going to say yes, but we're just going to try anyway. And then we went through the process of what is allowed, what isn't allowed, sending them ideas of photos, trying to make it so it wasn't too much or, but still not also too little that people wouldn't notice it kind of thing.
Gotta have that shock value.
Well, we
you know.
noticed it.
Yeah. Everybody noticed it. And so I got to less than a week before the deadline, and I was told that the photo wasn't going to be approved. Had to do a photo shoot, had to, get it sent to my digital editor to get him to redo the whole billboard, and it was a huge process. So January basically until the very end of March, so a couple of months. I didn't even actually know it had gone up. I found out when I was at work from a Snapchat one of my friends has sent me. He's like, what the fuck is this you? And I was like, oh my God.
Something put up one day.
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
I was just like, I called Nate and I was like, you have to drive to Osborne Park right now. And he's like, okay.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm surprised you had a question. I'm very
Yeah.
impressed.
I do sometimes do my homework, all right? Not often. And we just
Kind of
struggle-
odd that you do it for this kind of
when a porn
situation.
star
eh?
comes on the screen,
I was focused, all right? I was
it's
focused. On my way to
I
work.
do my homework for this.
Even this morning. on
got
my
to
way
be
to-
ready for when the porn star comes
Yeah,
on the
exactly.
podcast.
He don't know no pickup lines, no flags, no nothing. But as soon as we're like, we've got West Coast Savage coming on, he's like, boys.
I'm ready. Game's
Open.
on.
I was active in the chat last night, chatting away, seeing what we could do. But even on the drive to work today, I was listening to a podcast you're on and getting some ideas,
Yeah.
what to say and what's sort of been already said in that. But yeah, so what else
Like,
have we-
tonight, can you refer to me as the pimp, not the Gimp?
yeah, let's drop the G.
Upside down.
Yep.
All right. Shoot. Are you just reading my questions?
I am reading your questions.
He's literally got them up on the
I
phone.
have one
like
question.
in the chat.
One question is good for me. All right? More than
He's
I-
done. One and done.
Yeah.
What I'm done. Yeah. That's
Sounds like the Gimp.
quickie. Wow, bro, come on. Hey. What was it?
You said one.
Oh, I was asking the
Yeah.
question. I'm looking through. This is the one I was looking at. So has anyone else like famous sort of else has shared the billboard?
So obviously Christian Hull, who I got on his podcast
yeah.
with him, I woke up to a message from him and I was like hyperventilating because I'm such a fangirl for Christian Hull. In the way of sharing it, no, but I have had a lot of support from specifically like Australian celebrities and things like that, and businesses who have reached out to me and things like that. But yeah, so mostly like Australian celebrities.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, but when I chuck one up in America, hopefully Kim Kardashian will message me.
Yeah, that would be some exposure. Well, you're definitely made the bag then.
The start of that question was supposed to be, what's the biggest media outlet that's shared it?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Did you say BBC?
so the Lad Bible shared it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was like, fuck it, I've made it. I can retire now. I'm swearing a lot. Am I allowed to do that?
you
Yeah,
can
cool.
swear,
I was
Go for gold.
And if there's anything
I do it every time.
out, you just let us know. We're starting to learn the bleep button. It's not on here. We have to,
You have to do it after.
Because otherwise we start hitting things like we don't know that. But yeah, that's the reaction.
Yeah, so the Lad Bible shared it. But every news channel in Australia has covered it. The Today Show, Prime 7, ABC. Is that all of the channels that are in Australia? I don't
Maybe 9, 10,
Yeah,
8.
so
No, they don't watch TV.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah,
watch
so-
we've been talking about we don't watch normal TV.
9, 10 and 7, they've all shared it. Online, I've had, interviews with all different radio shows across the country in New Zealand. So the media has really done this for me. Like Prime 7 did the video of the billboard and they actually zoomed in on the QR code. I had around 1,000 subscribers message me saying that they had actually taken the photo off the TV screen, like 1,000 of them. And that's only the ones that told me that they got my QR code off the TV.
That's amazing.
I was like, thank you, Prime 7, for making me around $10,000. I appreciate
Producer was really
it.
like,
It's like
yo, zoom in on the QR. Zoom in.
Like,
Yeah,
they
hold
zoomed
up.
in.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, but
You know
like,
this is live, right? Oh,
shit.
oh.
But at the same time, like, fuck them for telling them everyone to report me as well, like to the council. I was like, that's a stitch up, guys.
Did that
Yeah, at the end of the news article, they were like, if you want the billboard taken down, you'll have to make complaints to the local council. I was like,
oh, I had to slip that in.
yeah, I
Man,
know.
that's
I was
weird.
like, really,
Yeah.
guys? Really? That's a stitch up.
But you get a lot of free advertising from them. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's the best.
They really are what kicked it off.
Yeah.
So we had the billboard go up, and then within, say, 12 hours, I was getting messages from their reporters, from their direct account. We want to interview, we want to do this, we want to do that. 24 to 48 hours after that article dropped on Prime News 7 Perth, I'd made back over $7,000 that I spent on the billboard.
Okay.
Nice. Well, I was going to say that's a lot less than I thought the billboard was going to be because it's huge.
Yeah.
I thought it was around the 10 grand because I remember I spoke to someone about billboards and they were saying, just in general, it's like around the 10 grand mark, sort of.
Yeah, so it kind of depends on where you put it, how much traffic is there, It's all about location and traffic, basically.
Location.
Yeah.
There's one thing that I really wanted to ask you was in regards to the hate and everything, how do you personally combat it? That what's the words I'm looking for? What do you do to basically just brush it off? Like, have you got any advice for people to
Have some great sex. No.
That's
That's what you're missing, bro. That's what you're missing.
No, honestly, I don't really know how other people kind of handle hate. I know that it does affect a lot of people. I stopped reading the comments really quickly.
Yep.
I just remember, everyone always says don't read the comments about yourself in news articles and, or on social media. So I stopped doing that very quickly.
Yep.
I asked all my friends not to respond to comments about me because my friends are very protective and they just want to fight with everyone.
Yep.
Asked them not to send me the comments and things like that. But yeah, I just continued to kind of focus on the positives, I guess. So, someone's calling me a fat tatted up whale, but I just got another zero in my bank account, so I'm all good. I'm
Suck
fine.
it.
Yeah, literally. Then I put a meme up on my Instagram and it was on Zombieland where he's wiping his tears with the $100 bills. I was like, me when people give me online hate. I'm just oh, how sad, don't care.
My favorite story that I saw was I think it was obviously because it resonated with me. Someone with teeth related was with all of the money or something, are you going to get them fixed? You're just like, nah, I'll probably just buy another house or pay off one of my other mortgages. And I was like, yes.
Yeah, people are they find the funniest ways to try and insult me. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm still making tens of thousands of dollars with my fucked up bottom teeth, babes. I'm good. I'm good.
It's like they either go straight for your physical appearance, but you're just I'm literally just blasting myself on a billboard. Like, did you not think I was going to think of this? Or, or they try and attack your brands and stuff, which...
Yeah.
So, like, we understand that, obviously, the anonymity of the billboard company in this, because, you know, obviously, if you want another one next time, and, you know, you probably help them out. So I'm just losing my words because I'm it made me laugh. And then the meme of the zombie land.
So good. Yeah. That's just how I think of it. I'm just, you know, all these people who are hating on me and commenting mean shit about me online are literally giving me more engagement. They're driving more people to my page who are now subscribing to my OnlyFans. And I'm just like, thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. I may be fat, but I can get liposuction. I can
lose my weight. You're still an idiot.
Yeah. You're still a fucking loser without a billboard.
But yeah, because that's what I found that worked the best for me for TikTok and stuff is bait content.
Yeah.
Just if you find something to keep them driving, like obviously, because if you initiate a question or if you really annoy them, they're just going to be like trying to write, but the video's still playing in the background. So you're like, thank you.
Yeah.
And then you just like play dumb and like reply to them just like, oh, thanks. You're just like, no, that was an insult. It's just like, well, there's another 10 views. Thank you.
Literally, yeah. That's something that we have talked about is, you know, obviously the only reason that it is as popular as it is and is as talked about as it is, and I've got the reaction that I have is because there are two sides to this debate.
Yep.
There are people who absolutely love it and they're like, what a boss bitch move. And then there are other people that are like, you're a fat slut and you're like Jeffrey Dahmer and rah rah. And I'm like,
Jeffrey Dahmer, monster.
I got compared to Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh, wow.
I've had some like hectic comments and I'm just like, without you guys, I wouldn't even be relevant. So thank you.
It's just absolutely wild.
Yeah.
But okay, so have you got something?
I'm still going over the Jeffrey Dahmer.
I read it like 7 times and I was like, doesn't he kill people? And they're like, yeah, man, like he like ate people and shit.
Oh, so they're calling you a man-eater. Oh, okay, yeah.
But it was
then that makes sense.
Oh, that makes sense.
I get it now.
It was the same sex though. Like
That's a weird one. That one throws me. Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah,
I don't understand it.
That
Don't understand the link. Like, I
I'm
don't understand
poisonous
the link.
monster. Yeah, this is what happens when white people raise children. That was another one.
Okay.
I was like, hey, Mum, you'll never guess what the internet said about you today. I feel so sorry for that woman, honestly.
But you mentioned Mum, obviously, like she must have like a great sense of humor to be able to, hopefully, to be able to support you through this as well. So.
Her biggest concern is that I'm okay. She's just, how are you doing mentally? You know, she's like, I told everyone on my Instagram that I was going to the Crown and she like called me and she's like, the fuck are you doing? People sent you death threats. You're telling everyone where you're going to be for a whole weekend, you know? So her main thing is just that like I'm mentally doing okay and that I'm safe and, you know, that I'm not going to get stabbed like walking from the Crown to the Metropole kind of, you know?
That's why you get your bodyguard.
Yeah. That's what he's here for.
Try and insert a photo of you like this.
Those big traps, baby.
All right. Do you fellas have any other?
Yeah, I'm interested to know how, because obviously you've been doing a fair bit of press. So how you enjoying that? You been having a good time?
Yeah.
You get paid?
Am I getting paid?
Yeah, you getting paid for it?
Some I have. Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I'm just putting it. We're broke, all right?
Really? Because you messaged me and told me you're going to pay me like 10K for this interview. What do you think?
No, that was Walter. Walter said he was doing it. Yeah.
It's just a 10, okay? That's what I meant.
10K, just a $10 bill. Yeah, like the press, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Obviously, after my 7 News debacle, I've decided that I kind of only want to do live stories or, you know, more like podcasts and things like that where it's kind of harder to crop me to make me look like a bitch.
Yeah.
Because like I am, but they don't, the whole world doesn't need to know that.
So we'll just use that as the front of the clip. A bitch. I am.
I am a bitch.
That's the clickbait.
Yeah. But yeah, like the press has been fun. The podcasts have been awesome. Some of the radio interviews I've done, like the one with the ABC, I thought that was going to be a little bit against me.
Yep.
But Stan was 100% on my side and was like reading like the live like text messages he was getting in, and like we were just laughing about it, and it was so good. I was just like, this is what I really, really needed after like 12 hours of night shift. This is the way I want to go to sleep. Like, so yeah, the press has all been fun. It's very new for me. Obviously for me, I'm really online based now, and I work, you know, away, and so I don't really have like those like kind of interactions with like new people and stuff like that. So it's been very different, kind of having people who are like, hey, like we want to, you know, get you on the podcast, or we want to get you on the like the interview on the radio or the TV or wherever. So it's been different, but I've really enjoyed it.
Yep.
That, and I just love to fucking talk about myself.
Welcome to the club. That's why I talked. As soon as he mentioned podcast, I was like, okay, I've got an idea. But it was all my idea.
Let's just talk about me.
Who knew talking about yourself would be so fun? That's all I'm saying.
I know, right?
And then I just needed a few extras so that way it doesn't look too bad, you know.
I don't look
I need some trophies on the side, you know.
Oh, that's good.
I'm a trophy. You can't afford, fool.
Well, okay. Rude.
I can.
Yeah.
Well, I won't say no.
All right. Have you any other Billboard related questions that you want to ask or anything?
No, you covered it, bro.
No, we just get.
We gave it to you, man. We're like, you want to talk about all that? You can cover it all.
Wherever that. So we thought we'd try, like, obviously we have had the Sadly Single Ladies podcast on here, and they're absolutely lovely. As soon as I posted the story, Max was like, I'm going to try and get her on too. I was just like, yeah, try.
I'm with them tomorrow night,
Yeah, so they are absolutely lovely, and me and Bro are probably two of their biggest fans as well, because they are absolutely hilarious as well. So good luck to that. Well, not that you'll need it because they're great. But yeah, so you are is that the second guest?
Yeah.
Yeah. Woo! Second guest, second ever guest. So yeah, we've been started about the same time as theirs, but theirs is really cool. But we let's try and get a bit more of a female perspective of some of the older things that we've discussed, like
Oh yeah, I got those here.
Yep.
Sorry.
So obviously, I'm very down bad on my love life. So is there any? Is it like we want to talk about a little bit like dating advice?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So have you got any potential pointers? I was trying to like make it a little bit more specific instead of less broad to make it a little bit easier for you, because I'm a lost cause. I'm almost a lost cause, you know.
We really need to get you on that new show we watched in Love Is Blind. I reckon you'd do well on there. You would find someone.
Yeah, but then open up the thing.
You're doing days with what was it? 15 dates a day.
I love the backhanded compliment in that. Like,
you're doing 15 days a day. You gotta get.
So
the good odds. The good odds.
On our pub, we've decided that we wanted to have a losers show that we can discuss each week.
Yeah.
So we've got to the bottom of Love Is Blind season 3, so we just started that, and it was a task to get these two boys to watch it. So me and Walter were just like, I was like, I hate that I have to watch this, but we wanted something trashy. And then halfway through, I messaged him saying, I hate that I love it right now. Because it's just, I'm like, how do you fall in love after a day? Like, I mean, I get it. That's me.
What do you mean?
But do you have any guilty pleasures? Like, we'll get into the dating. I mean, all right, hang on. Let me rephrase that.
Outside of that.
So,
outside of the bedroom, you can do it anywhere. What do you mean?
Have you got any guilty pleasure, like maybe TV shows, or is it something that you just throw on music? Like, is that the best way to sort of? I'm trying to like get it out of the bed.
Yeah, no, I get it. So when I'm driving in the car,
yep, I
do full on choreographed concert performances when I'm driving.
Couple karaoke, love it.
Yeah,
yep.
So I actually have a Spotify playlist that I created called Karaoke for like karaoke but in the car.
Yep.
And it's just me singing, dancing, everything. So when I'm at work, we have cameras that video us while we're driving in like our work vehicles.
Yep.
And my bosses love pulling my SD card because I'm just singing, I'm dancing, and then I'm like yelling at a random truckie that's driving past, or like, and they're just like, what the fuck? And I was like, this is what gets me through the day. But yeah, so I love to like sing really loudly and badly in my car. I love to just like eat loads of junk food in my bed and not move for days.
Sweet tooth or savory?
Sweet for sure. Yeah. 100% me. Yeah.
My current problem is Easter. Easter is killing me.
So at Coles Express,
Yeah.
so to interrupt, Coles Express, I just ate a whole bag of Easter eggs because it was like $2.
Yeah, well,
Like the little texture light, crunchy, like the whole thing. All day I've just been like, because I drive trucks as well, so I've been like snacking. And I'm like, oh, it's empty. But it was only $2, so it's okay.
yeah, it's killing me at the moment because my niece and nephew, they have stashes of eggs and chocolate. But they're only allowed one a day, okay? You know, their mother's pretty strict, okay? And I am just going to town on these Easter eggs, just stealing them. I can't help myself, like, because I don't buy it. I don't buy chocolate because if I have it, I eat it. Like I've already had this experiment. Like I bought one of those Kinder chocolate. Kinder's my weakness. I love Kinder. They're Kinder bars, and they go in like a 12-pack. Oh no, it's 24-pack because you can get 2. It was on special one day, half price. I was like, okay, I'll buy it, put it in the fridge. I have one a day. I think it was gone in 2 days. So I have a strict rule. I don't buy it now because otherwise I can't control myself. But yeah, these kids and now the stashes, and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to town. These chocolate eggs, and it's like, oh my God, it's killing me.
Yeah, I'm like laying in bed watching like, you know, I'm really into like those action movies with like the cheesy one-liners, so like the Expendables, everything like that. I'm sitting there in bed with like 7 chins, just like shoveling M&Ms into my mouth. Like that's my guilty pleasure.
Have you tried popcorn and Maltesers at the same time?
Okay. Yes. I love that. It has to be movie popcorn though. Yep. You have to go to the cinema. Yep. But yeah, that's
obviously gold class. Like.
No, just like extreme screen. I'm too poor for that.
We got a Billboard. You're just like, I've got this, but I will not play gold class. I'm
too broke.
I don't want to sit with the peasants, you know. Yeah. So that's why they call it gold lounge now, because gold class was the inferior complex, and they didn't want people to have the wrong idea of segregating them. And I'm like, well, losers, yeah, of course.
Losers would feel that way.
Yeah.
Losers be mad.
Exactly. All right. So what was the first one? Have you got any green flags for dating?
6 foot tall, Portuguese, face tattoos.
Very Pacific. Very, very Pacific.
I wonder where she is there. Mission looking.
Green flags would be obviously like, are we talking serious or just like bullshit?
I'm kind of curious both now.
How about you do both? Because I'm wondering when.
All right. So like on a serious note, obviously being able to communicate and things like that is so important. You know, when you're trying to communicate with someone and they instantly think that you're trying to argue with them. Yep. Oh, yuck. Like if we can't actually talk about how each other is feeling without you thinking I'm attacking you.
Okay.
Bye.
Gots to go.
See you later. But yeah, so yeah, being able to communicate, nice eyes, big green flag for me, because I feel like eyes are very important in being able to, you know, read people and things like that. Eyes don't lie. And they're also the only part of you that doesn't change over time. So everything else kind of wrinkles and gets old and stops working. Sorry, guys. But the eyes never change.
What, do they get cataracts? Is that a thing? Do they change?
Okay, later on, very later on.
Okay.
You can get it, but.
Yeah, that's fair. Or like, because what was one of mine? Eyebrows. Eyebrows are my thing. Like, I love a girl with good eyebrows. Just because I feel
natural eyebrows or good like made eyebrows.
I feel like natural eyebrows are great, but if you do them, I can appreciate the amount of work that goes into them. Yeah,
he's weird. Yes, he's weird.
Such a child.
I'm like, I'm trying to reword everything. But yeah, no. So like, because it's an art. Like it's actually an art. Like, the ones that do them real good, they're artists.
Yeah, but the ones that do them real bad, looks like their 2-year-old has attacked them with a Sharpie.
Yep.
Yeah. Another green flag. I just have one in my head and now it's gone. Shit. Oh, guys that like do self-care.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, like I have guys that I have worked with in the past who don't wear sunscreen. And I'm like,
I was thinking like, we're trying to get sponsored by Manscaped.
Yeah,
and
but
we're not there yet. We're not there yet. We're trying
like
for
that's
aiming.
important too. Like, you know, if you want to go and get a facial or like, you know, get a massage, cool. But guys who literally won't wear sunscreen because they don't think that it's masculine, like, you're not stronger than the sun, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Put the fucking sunscreen on before you look like an old boot by the time you're 30. Like, calm down.
So that was me in Greece. So so I was in Santorini, right? And I was like, my ex was like, are you gonna put sunscreen on? I was like, nah, I'm Australian. What do you mean? This is. I have never been more sunburnt in my life. I had to wear a shirt for the rest of the trip, like while I was swimming in the hot springs, because I was just.
Oh, no.
I was redder than this jumper over here. I was, that humbled me real fast.
Yeah. Self-care is important. Doesn't matter if you're male or female. That's what I think anyway. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. I was like, this is like Northern Hemisphere. I said, I'm used to the Southern, like, you know what I mean? I got this. I got this.
We don't got this.
No. Sun kicked your ass. Yeah, no, I'm a silk with sunburn, so I'm always with the sunburn cream. Hate getting sunburn.
Yeah.
Hate it.
You get sunburnt through clothes, don't you?
Oh, I'm white. I'm pale white. Like,
I'm a ringer. I feel that in my bones.
Yeah. Like, thanks parents from being from England. Like, the palms, they're white. Like, I don't tan, and I just get burnt, and it's burn, and it hurts, and I hate it. So I'm silk. So I sunscreen up.
Yeah.
Well, like, I used to tan real good, and then I got real into my gaming. Now I get monitor burn.
Yeah, monitor bleach. Yeah, bleach with monitor.
So if I try and touch grass now, it's just like, nah, I get cooked.
I mean, I tan really well.
Okay.
No one likes to show off, okay?
I tan really, I mean, I'm actually Caucasian.
What tanning oil are you using, bro? Jesus.
No, I actually only sunscreen my face. That's all. Everything else, no.
Yeah.
Uses baby oil.
Coconut oil.
Oh, yeah.
It's coconut oil.
Baby oil works too. It's just, you know.
We're not talking about. Have you got any red flags? Obviously, the non-self-care could be one.
Yeah. Red flags. 6 foot tall, Portuguese, face tattoos.
So you're like me. Your red flags are your green flags as well. Yeah.
I love my red flags. It's like a carnival. I'm just like, fuck it, let's go. Red flags. Oof.
Can't
I don't know.
communicate?
Yeah, but I guess so. Like, because obviously that's the opposite to being able to communicate, which was a green flag. But I don't really pick up on red flags.
You guys are similar, aren't you?
We just become best friends.
Which is why my dating life is a debacle. Oh yeah, I don't know. Guys who post those TikToks with their veneers and they're like, and I'm like, stop it. Guys who like video themselves like on their Harleys. Guys who buy really, really small dogs to make their muscles look bigger. You got me on a roll now.
Okay. Yeah. I haven't heard that one, but
that's a good one. I haven't heard that one. That's a good one. Yeah.
Wait, why did you look at me with a Harley?
Well, I know you don't have a Harley. You have a Harley?
No, I sold that, but like I don't video myself on it.
Yeah,
anymore.
Like you get your mate to like drive along in the car next to you. I'm talking about one very specific person right now.
Okay, go for it. Attack him.
I was like, red flag. Oh, I got this. Guys that like cry when they've done something wrong. Like the way that you guys put on a full performance. I'm talking like snot bubble crying down on your knees. Like Jesus. I'm so like shit. Yeah. How like the performances of a lifetime, like Grammy shit.
So I'm gonna call my friend Barbie. I'm gonna clip this and send it to you because it's what happens to you.
They will not change, girl. They will not change.
Listen.
Trust me, I know.
Yeah, it's the whole they're out till all hours of the morning, and then when you're just like, you know, what the fuck? And then this is like, then they put on the performance, and then you feel guilty, and then, yeah.
Yeah. I stayed in a relationship for like 2 years just because of that alone, so take my advice. Fucking
run. You heard it here first, folks.
Some of ours are like, obviously on like potential dating apps or anything, is Snapchat filters.
every photo.
Yeah, it's just like, why? Please don't catfish. Like,
Looking at me.
I'm just looking at you because
Okay.
we're.
Do you
I don't
catfish?
use.
No, he doesn't. So Gimp reckons he's never used a dating app in his life.
Nah, I've never used Tinder.
He looks like a Tinder guy, doesn't he?
He looks like he's on
uses-
every
no
platform.
He actually uses Pokemon Go.
Oh my god, do you remember when that came? That was such a fucking vibe.
That was legit. That was his Tinder. That was his Tinder.
Yeah. Okay, I think a
Because
lot
you
of
would
people.
have like full-on groups of people that would meet up and go and
yeah.
go together.
I don't know if I told you. So when it first blew up, when I actually was in Europe, and the only time my brother messaged me, he was like, "Hey, how are you?" I was like, "Yeah, good." He goes, "Can you capture me a Mr. Mime?" Because it was only Europe exclusive, and I was like, "The only time you've messaged me," so I refused to play it. Like I refused to do it because I was like, out of spite, I was petty. I was like, "The only time you messaged me," I'm like, "Never playing it now."
If you're not being used, you're useless. So
Maybe I should have did it. Well, all right, that makes me feel good now. I'm always being used.
yes, no, the Snapchat filters on like every photo. That's just like the amount of people I've had insulting me in the last week that all of their photos use like Snapchat filters with butterflies on their face. I'm like, I don't know where you got your audacity from, but you need to fucking go and put it back.
My one was always like people that hold fishes, like big fish. I'm like, I'm not a fan.
See, I went to boarding school in the country. So over in New South Wales, I went to boarding school in Tamworth. So I'm very much like a kill a pig and take a photo with it kind of girl.
But put it on your dating profile is my thing.
Yeah, like, I mean, I guess it
I
cuts
don't
to
want
the
that.
chase about your interests.
I mean,
Yeah. If it's a tiny little fish, kind of embarrassing. But if it's like...
well, you could be like, I'm used to things this small, so... or if it goes, if this looks big... Swipe left.
I'm a guy.
Oh, that. It's sad. Swipe right, please. Swipe right. All right, gotta stop you. What do we got?
Hurry up, Gimp. Hurry up.
All right,
Jesus, you're
all
taking
right.
so fucking long over there.
All right, I'll just let you
Mr.
guys do
Prepared.
yourself. All right.
Oh,
Have you like Icks?
Eggs? What?
Icks.
Icks.
Oh,
Icks.
Icks.
Tell me that Icks.
How do you spell that?
ICKS. Like an ick. Like say.
ICUP.
Tell me that in a guy that's a bit of an ick. Like, you know, it's like, what was our icks again? I can't remember now.
I got some X.
Yeah.
I got
What's
some.
a good ick then?
People who eat at like fast food restaurants and don't take their rubbish to the bin when they're finished eating.
Yep.
Big ick. Oh no,
Those were like rude to wait
yeah,
staff
like
and stuff.
rude to wait staff.
I mean, that rubbish, like, I always take my rubbish and shit away. But, like, I feel kind of guilty doing it. I'm just like, I'm taking their job.
But they still have to come and wipe down their table.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
we're
like,
not gonna.
you know,
I'm
it's
not
like-
asking you to go and grab the spray and like wipe shit down. Like, we're just like.
I probably would.
I always try.
If that was an option, I would do it. I'm a people pleaser.
I do the awkward, like when they're trying to clear plates and stuff. I'm trying to help them.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, I'm just
Making
making
it
it so much
worse.
worse. And I'm like, like, give me the look. I'm like, I'm sorry. I just wanted to be helpful. All right. So.
Oh, but like, yeah, I'm such a plate giver. Like, I'll stack all the plates and like put everything together. But then I'll try and like, when they've already got their hands full, like try and like hand them stuff. But on that note, another ick is when like the waiter or the waitress tries to take away like my cocktail menu.
Oh.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm just like, can you please stop?
Yeah. I had that problem recently. I was in Bali, and yeah, they always want to take your menus. I'm like, I just want to pick my drinks. Like, just keep it there.
Yeah.
I'm having a few drinks, all right.
Do you want me to spend money or what?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like they keep telling me, I was like, I'm gonna be going through a few drinks tonight. You know, I want to broaden my horizons. You know, I want to pick a few different ones. It's really cocktails. I was enjoying myself. You know, I had a few good ones over there, especially in some of the fancy places I was going. But they just like to take it away straight away. I was like, that's all right.
I'm a big advocate that I believe retail staff should be legally allowed to fight one person per day.
I wish.
I wish that, like, I feel that for everyone.
Yeah.
I feel like I should be allowed to fight one person per day too. Not just retail staff, everyone.
I feel like it'd be pretty hard in your case now because you're just like, you see your comments, you're like, I don't want to waste it, but this one is a good one. Like, and then,
the Jeffrey Dahmer one, I'm like, you and me, let's go.
Good one.
You want to see if I am Jeffrey Dahmer? Better get your ass in.
I think she was a woman. I think she was a
Yeah,
woman.
I was like, whoa, hey, wait. That doesn't sound like a fight, bro.
It sounds like a good time. It's like, have you seen Trainwrecks with John Cena and Amy Schumer, like in the movies? And so she's talking or something, and you've got this African American couple that are a few seats up, and John Cena plays this big, dumb, obviously because he's huge.
Yes.
But he looks like he's supposed to be some sort of wannabe Vanilla Ice type of looking.
Okay.
Almost looks like Eminem sort of thing, but with muscles. And he says something, and he's like, Marky Mark, tell your bitch to shut up. And he's just like, are you talking to me? We goes, well, there ain't no one else. He goes, Marky Mark, he's barely 250. I'm 250. Well, like, it's going on about it. And then it's just like his insults start turning into very sexually aggressive stuff. And he's just like, I will come up there and I will fuck you. And it's just like, babe, what did this guy just say? Like,
I think he wants to fuck you.
I will take you outside and I will eat you. I will eat your dick or something.
Yeah. I remember that.
Meet me outside. I'll be the one on Grindr. And it's just like, wait, I think he wants to fuck me. I will eat your ass. Yeah, it's just like you need to calm down. Like it's getting kind of like gay. Like it's just like, no, I got this. Yeah, train wrecks. Yeah, all right, you go.
Okay. So we're just at Icks. Okay. Any good pickup lines? I need as much help as I can get.
He needs the most help.
I'm just gonna write this down as well. Just get that.
You got a pad over there, bro?
Any dating lines? Pickup lines.
I actually had to answer this in a little thing I did recently, and I have no game. I have tits and ass. Like that's all I got going for me. Like got tits and ass and I suck some good dick. Like that's my game. So like
I don't need no pickup lines.
Write this down.
None of those. I've got none of those.
Ass and suck
Learn how to suck some good dick.
I'm in trouble, all right?
Listen to the Call Her Daddy podcast, the Gluck Gluck 3000. You're obvious. Sweet.
Gimp 3000 we'll call him.
I'm already taking notes of the Sonny Single Girls podcast. Nearly
well,
weekly.
we know.
I take notes.
We know
like
because we put him on the spot, and I'm like, you heard that from the Max and Beth. I said Beth said that. He says, no. And I was like, this? And he's like, okay, maybe this.
Okay, maybe she did.
Maybe on the drive here. Okay.
From like a male's point of view to a woman?
Give me female.
Just like, have you got a favorite one that you can think of, like that's funny or stupid or just a bad one that? Because
I feel like if you're a guy trying to address a girl, a really good pickup line is, I'll take you out to a really nice dinner and then I'll buy you whatever you want afterwards.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good. That's a good one.
That's it's gonna work.
So what happens if you're poor?
I mean, I don't say it like, but I feel like if you're struggling to get a date, just tell them you'll buy them shit. Women love that.
Might be the way.
And then don't. Just say.
And then just don't just be like, oh, too bad. Yeah, you get like you lure them in with that, and then you just dazzle them with your amazing personality.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. That'll have to make it.
All right. I've got one. Can you rate this? They say you are what you eat, and by tomorrow I'll be you.
That's like the equivalent of like an unsolicited dick pic.
Okay.
Which might I add, also an ick.
I just I just don't get. It's always the ones that, not that I'm experienced in this either, sending or receiving. Okay, but it's always the people that shouldn't be sending them. Is this correct?
I got about 7 today.
Oh my!
And I'm like, if you want to send me unsolicited dick pics, could you please subscribe to my OnlyFans? Tip me $15 and I'll send you a cock rating. Like, don't just send them to me. Like,
on OnlyFans,
yeah, like cock ratings. I don't know why they're a thing, but they are. Like, guys like to hear how great their cock looks, and you know, sometimes we have to lie to make them feel good.
Yeah, like
I'm really outing myself here.
Yeah, just like, I'm never subscribing again.
Unsubscribe. I would like a refund on this. Why she lied.
just like, well, did I lie? And then it's just like, if you request a refund, you know she lied.
Yeah, it's like if you feel that in your heart, like if that shoe fits, you slap that bitch on and wear it at this point. Like, you probably have an ugly penis. No.
But that, have you ever heard of the podcast called Shits and Gigs?
No.
So it's these two English guys, and they're hilarious. It's kind of what I tried to. It's my inspiration for everything. They're all over TikTok. These just beyond hilarious, and they were talking about. I said it must be so daunting for a girl because you never know what a guy is packing. Like in terms of it's going to be different every single time compared to like the guys. It's not something that we ever think about. Yeah. Because it's generally probably not the same, but like that's just our sort of train of thought.
Yeah.
But for a girl, it must be extremely daunting because is it big, is it small, is it chode, like is it like just look like it's been put in a meat grinder, like wouldn't you
honestly, like one of the last first dates that I went on, a guy went and he played ice hockey and then he had a shower and walked out of the shower completely butt naked. So I very quickly found out what his penis looked like.
I was for some reason I thought there was going to be like a puck involved or
some sort of accident.
He was hitting it with an ice hockey stick, but he actually wasn't holding one.
His dick was that big.
He was the stick, yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, I like consistency is key for me. Like I don't want to go and have sex with someone else and like it be shit.
Yeah,
like that's even worse than not having sex. For me personally, if I had the choice between not having sex at all and going having sex with person and it not being great or like they don't make me come or whatever, no sex.
Yeah.
Every time. Like, because it makes it worse.
Yeah.
Like,
because and that's especially like, you know, it sort of would deter you from wanting to do it. Like, so so stop sending unsolicited dick pics. You ruin it for the rest of us.
Please stop sending them. Because like even if you have like the best penis in the world, we're instantly repulsed because we're just like, we didn't ask for that. I'm just here trying to enjoy my breakfast. Like, fuck off.
Do you still use a Lynx Africa can or? Yeah. So all right, moving on. What else have we got?
What would be your ideal first date? Ooh, that's a good one.
Take her to dinner and buy her shit after.
Obviously, yeah, something. Good
Go
dinner.
down,
Good dinner,
nice
maybe.
place in South Perth. Wear a jacket in case you get cold. Go for a walk. Wear an elegant watch. That was advice I was given.
Oh really?
I went to an arcade instead.
No, that's my thing. So I like to do. He's like jumping for joy right now.
Until you find out that I actually refuse to lose.
Oh no, so I'm so competitive. So I actually recently went on a date with a basketball player and he plays professionally. And so I was like,
which one?
We're not name dropping anyone because like we still chat, we're still friends.
Yeah.
But I was like, what do you want to do? Like, you know, you can plan this, like, you know, whatever. And he was like, yeah, cool. And we're trying to work out like what we're going to do, go for dinner, like whatever. And I said, honestly, I was like, I'm not a first dates person. Like I haven't been on a first date in forever. So if you would like, we can just like go to Nando's and then go to like Time Zone afterwards. And he was like, yeah. I was like, cool. I was like, because I really want to kick your ass in basketball. The audacity on me to tell a professional basketball player that I'm going to beat him at basketball.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what you call mind games.
Yeah,
because he's like, oh shit, I do this
sometimes it
professionally.
moves. I reckon, you know, got the upper hand. Like,
So he fucking whooped me.
Okay.
And then I was like, no, rematch. Whooped me again. And I was like, fuck it. And then so I went and I was like, oh, let's do like the ones with all the guns. And then I was like, just standing there like killing everything. And he was like, oh shit. And I was like, yeah, this is a warning. Don't fuck with me.
So I had to tell her that previously, like I am a former professional Call of Duty player. Like I used to get flown around Australia to play. So I was like, if we do the shooting ones, I have to pre-warn you. Like I'm good at them. So like that was okay, but it was the fact that she was gloating about the the Mario Kart being so good at it, and then whooping her twice. She didn't. But I was like, I was trying.
Gotta let her win.
I was like, I was easy to get off, and then I was like, you know what, man.
Would you have let your date win at bowling?
No.
Yeah.
No. So my ideal one is temping bowling. I love temping bowling, but yeah, I got whooped. I was in a relationship with this girl, and yeah, like we've been together for a while, but I hadn't known that she was like in her teens. She'd done bowling professionally. So I took her thinking, this will be a bit of fun. And I'm the same. I'm highly competitive. I hate to lose, and I'm a very, very salty loser. Like, if I lose, I might not talk to you for a week. Like that's it.
But for this, and so he just like broke up with her.
No, she was very close to having to get an Uber home. That's for sure. But so she has.
Oh my God, you didn't say that before. Wow.
She was very close. I did took her home, but in the end, she whooped me, and I was salty. Like, lucky I was drinking at the time. I would have been worse, but yeah, like she was good, and I thought I was alright.
So that's what we're trying to debate. They were living together. They'd been together for a year, so he did not know that she was a semi-professional bowler when she was younger. So he had the audacity to think it's like, yeah. But I was like, she didn't tell him. So I was like, okay, I can get why you're a little salty, but you can't be too salty because you are living together and you're,
something I probably should have known.
Oh, so wait, this wasn't like a first date.
No,
this
was just like a fun date. Like,
this is like
I did not enjoy myself. But I think it's a good fun date. You have a few drinks now at Temple Bowling and that. Food, drinks. There's usually a little arcade there. A lot of them will do nighttime Temple Bowling now, so it's like a bit of a disco on that. So I thought it was good fun. But
you just ignored the cabinet of trophies and medals as you go into the house and shit.
Known this when she got there, and it's like, she's size, dang, straight away, get a ball size straight away. And I was like, well, maybe there was a warning. Should have known. But yeah.
The signs were there.
The signs were there, but yeah.
Yeah, you were just so confident. That
I was confident because I've been bowling a while and I like it. I'm fairly good.
I don't consider myself a semi-pro.
Yeah. I'm not, no way other than that, but like, I'm pretty good. And, but yeah, I got whipped. Like,
I openly know that I'm bad at something. So like pool, terrible. But I work with this guy that I was really good friends with, and we pick on each other a lot. And he was like just trash talking me while he's playing pool, and I was like, I bet you $500 that I could beat you at pool. I can't play pool. This man wins every game he plays, but I had said I am going to bet you $500 that I'm going to beat you. So I lost epically in front of like the whole of my workshop crew that were there and a heap of like other random people. So I had to then pay him $500 because I just was a cocky bitch basically. And I couldn't like not, because I was like, I've said this in front of like 30 people. Yeah. And I openly just say that I'm going to do things that I'm 100% not going to, like, I can't do that. I'm not going to be a professional basketball player at basketball. I'm not going to beat you at pool. It's just not going to happen. But women love it when guys beat them. Like, I don't.
What? Wait.
Then why didn't I?
That's not what you mean. That's not what you mean.
No.
I was like, well, why didn't I get a second date? I smoked her.
So, like, I mean, it might just be me, but probably is. But if a guy is like better at you than something, and he like asserts that dominance, and like
confidence,
like if I'm playing like air hockey at the arcade and I get beaten, mate, that shit just turns me on. You're good at something.
All right, so gamers, stop practicing. All right.
Yeah, like we like to it's always nice like if a guy lets us win, and that's really cute if you're into that. But for me, like, don't hold back. Yeah. Like, be a man. Like, whoop my ass, not like at the games. Just
I was like, no, because like my experience with bowling is just like when I realized I was winning by too much, then I start doing the tricks and everything and just like making sure that it's a fun date, because I'm like, you can smoke someone, but if you like, I find that boring.
Yeah.
But bowling, I don't really care about. And then I feel like, if I feel like she's creeping up, and then I'm like, all right, well, if I start doing crap stuff, then if she wins, it'll be like, yeah, that's okay. I was doing left-handed. I was doing between the legs. I was, just play it off,
Yeah. Yeah. Mini golf is always good because you never you can't be exceptionally good at I don't feel like you can go into mini golf and be like a pro at it. Like some people can be really good at the shooting games and some people can be really good at bowling because you practice it. You're sitting there like, yo, I'm fucking good at mini golf.
Look, I'm just saying, me and Tiger Woods, we've got a good relationship.
So So we when we did that double date.
Oh, the Super Golf?
So we went to Super Golf.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh, no. You have to do opposite hand. And he still smoked us. We're like, you have to literally do, what are you, left-handed? So we're like, you have to go right-handed. And he still destroyed us.
Damn, hidden talent.
With ease. Didn't even break a sweat. And I was like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
All right, well then, forget what I said about the mini golf. I was wrong.
Super golf. That was Super golf.
But yeah, I feel like, people, you can kind of catch up and play that kind of competitive and stuff like that. Because 1 minute, she's winning, then the next minute he's winning. And it's kind of it keeps it fun and it keeps it interesting. Yeah, because if there is a little bit of competition, it makes it fun. And for me personally, if the guy wins, I'm like, that's hard. I'm very competitive, but let's just bend me over the ice hockey table. It's fine.
Man, my mom's gonna message me later, who did you have on your podcast?
Because our whole thing was over the last few weeks, we're trying to tame it down. We're trying to tame it down. Yeah. So I was like, okay, boys, I'm getting a little bit of hate lately. We got to ease up a little bit. And I'm like, boys, I've got West Coast Savage coming on the bar.
Full 360.
I'm literally the opposite of taming it down.
Well, now it's allowed,
We're here now. Fuck it. Let's just go.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we're going to start to wrap it up, but we like to do something at the end of our pod. We'd like to discuss, we do Loser of the Week.
Okay.
Now, because you're the guest, we'll just quickly, it could be easy. Is there anything over the last week that's really been a standout, like Fat L? Should we say Jeffrey Dahmer? But I mean, yeah. There's a lot. It was probably
You're like, come on.
Yeah. Okay. We'll just decide. Anybody against the Billboard is copping the L of the week.
They're lost because in the end it's just free advertisement and just making bank.
How many times have you been referred to as Jeffrey Dahmer?
Oh, that is a first. I can't even believe that one. I don't see it. I mean, I guess obviously they're going for the monster view, but that's a weird one.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's out there. That's good imagination.
So that leads into that not particularly, but that leads into W of the week. So then after we get through the loser, we try and figure out what's the winner of the week. Obviously, it's not going to be Jeffrey Dahmer, but although it has made you laugh a lot, so no. But I think it's pretty safe to say that we're going to label you W of the week.
Yes,
just everything about the Billboard coming on the podcast. Just basically doing us the favour of shooting the shit with us and
it's been so much
becoming
fun.
a loser for the night. He likes to try and he's saying lovers and losers, but
pure losers.
I mean, after some of the stuff, you fit right in with the losers. You know what I mean? So
100%. Yeah. When I read that it was the losers table, I was like, these are my people. I have this online persona of being this stuck up, whatever. And I'm I'm such a fucking freak. It's
and that's another reason why we wanted you, just to sort of show the people that, you're more than just a big canvas,
More than my tits and my ass.
just don't get hold of Picasso. That guy's impressive, but we were good. But no, make sure you plug yourself. Where can everyone find you?
Yeah.
What's the next move or anything? Just quick spiel.
Yeah, cool. So obviously w.c.savage on Instagram, OnlyFans, Snapchat is where you'll find me. Next, more billboards, 100%.
Have you thought about skywriting?
Over an event, a football event.
Imagine.
Well, the English football team's coming soon. West Ham, they're coming to do their pre-season. They'll be pretty big at Optus.
That's be a good opportunity to get international.
Yeah. So more billboards, skywriting.
If you hear Josh a few dollars, he might rent out in the field for you, you know.
And
then the barcode.
Put the barcode. Put the barcode.
Because there's a chick over it somewhere who does it for she does it and she runs it topless, and she does it for, I think it's for her boyfriend's company.
Yeah.
And so like, obviously it's free advertising, so she then just pays he just pays the 10,000 fine to. It's like a fine, you know. She gets taken off, then it's a fine, bails her out, and then that's it. But gets the whole free advertising, so it's technically worth it. So
100%, and that's what I found. Like for me, the amount of press that I've gotten has made like more money than the Billboard ever would have.
Yep.
Yeah.
And even if you hypothetically took a loss on the Billboard, it's still the press. Like, so your name is out there. You are Australia's Billboard. You know what I mean?
I am the bitch with the Billboard.
Yes,
it's me. But yeah, so I don't know. Like, I just kind of want to keep building on what I now have. So obviously, you know, not to sound like I have my head up my ass, but I have some, you know, attention on me and things like that. So just finding ways to kind of keep that attention there and keep engaging with people, keep getting new subscribers to my page. So if anyone has any ideas on how I can do that, DM me.
Do you use Reddit?
No, I don't know how to use it. I've downloaded it. I tried to like pay someone to run it for me, but he didn't really know how to do it either.
Well, how much
so like the usual way that the Losers Table goes is we, cause there's 4 of us, so sometimes we're running over time and stuff. So we've just focused on Bro bringing us a question of the week.
Yeah.
But he gets them from Reddit.
Yeah, right.
So he asks Reddit,
questions, like, advice. Let's you talk to all the Redditors.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So yeah,
it's a mass community.
I have no idea.
I had like a couple of people say, oh, you know, like we saw you on Reddit and things like that, and that was like early on in the piece. So that was, you know, like the Saturday and the Sunday where someone was like, oh, you know, I saw you on Reddit, and I was like, I downloaded it. I was trying to watch like YouTube videos on how to use it. I was trying to like join communities, and you have to have like a certain amount of like
karma coins.
Yeah, karma to like do things, and I was like, well, I have terrible karma, so fuck this.
Because like the way you like you get all your little karma coins is like you interact with like other channels and other communities and all that. So you like comment and someone say when they asking renters about some advice, comment in it, you know, and then when people like upvote you and stuff, you're gaining good karma.
Yeah, so I just.
Well, look,
I don't know how.
We can
DM me.
We'll get that's because it's like perfect for advertising.
Yeah. Because that's kind of my biggest focus now is kind of building on what I've done. Because you know I can chuck up another billboard, but it's not going to be the same as the first one. Impact, you know. But yeah, maybe I could pay you to run out butt naked onto a football field. That'd be cool.
Well, I mean, West Ham and Tottenham, I don't like either of those teams. So maybe, and then I have Manscaped on the back, you know, and then for the pod, you know. But no, so yeah, thank you so much for coming onto the podcast. We really appreciate it, and we wish you the best of luck because you're just absolutely killing it.
No, thank you guys so much for having me on. I really appreciated coming on and all the support you guys have shown me the past week. It was just made it all worthwhile.
Yep.
We support local.
So yeah, don't forget the Quokka mouse pads and
I know I have their card. I'll have to message them because these are so cool.
So yeah, so for anybody else, it's, you know, use code losers for 15% off. So and then, you know, soon you might be able to have your own billboard but anime version on there, you know. So.
Yeah, that'd be so cool. I've actually had
Gimp would buy it.
Yeah, quick, like straight away.
I actually had someone message me. They do like GTA themed like remodels of people. So I've had a guy message me. He's like, I'll do one for you. Like, email me a photo that you want to use and blah blah blah. So when I get that done, I'll hook you up.
Exactly. Custom mouse pad will be coming. That's for sure.
Hell yeah.
100%. Yeah, the mouse pads, they've got to be a thing.
Perfect. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Okay, you losers. Get out of here.